My 17F boyfriend's 19M mother offered me money if I got an abortion. Background. My boyfriend and I have been dating for about 2 years. I'm still in high school and my boyfriend is in college. My boyfriend's parents are very wealthy. Not billionaires, but his father makes in the millions range. They are extremely comfortable financially and are very close-knit. So I recently told my boyfriend I was pregnant. He was the first person I told. I haven't even told my parents yet. I thought we could figure out what to do together. Earlier his mother me invited over, which I thought was really fucking weird. I went over there. My boyfriend's mother sat me down and said, "You're getting an abortion." I couldn't tell if it was a command or a question. So I'm guessing that means my boyfriend must have told her. She started going on about how he's in college and doesn't need a baby ruining his life and how I'll be ruining his life. I told her I haven't decided anything yet and she says, "I'll pay you if you have an abortion." She offered me $14,000 to be exact. She says I don't have to decide anything now, but she advises me to make the smart decision. The whole conversation made me feel uncomfortable and it was inappropriate for her to offer that. Should I accept her offer? Too long did not read. My boyfriend's mother wants to give me $14,000 to have an abortion. Should I accept it? Being absolutely honest, if I had been in that position at 17, I would have taken the money. But you and your boyfriend need to have a conversation about what you both want and what you can handle. Take the money and run. Go to college and experience life. Despite what Reddit tells you, you have to live with your decisions, not us. Should I accept her offer? Well, what happens if you decide to keep the child? Your relationship is most likely not going to last given your ages. So are you willing to sacrifice your education, career, and life to raise this child as a single parent? What if your family isn't supportive? Do you have the means to raise a child? Furthermore, what if after a while, the baby daddy suddenly wants to co-parent, goes to court, and gets partial custody? What if you don't agree on the way you parent? What if you don't agree with the future partner of him? What if either of you wants to move but can't? You're 17. An abortion would be the best choice even if you had to pay for it. Getting a bunch of money for it is just even more incentive. Yes, you should accept her offer. You're 17 and a baby will absolutely derail you and your boyfriend's lives. The family dynamic will be bad, because it'll be his parents supporting the two of you and most likely the two of them calling the shots. Do what your gut tells you. Your body, your choice. That said, I would take the abortion money. Having kids is hard at any age, especially as a teenager. You could put that money into getting an education or job training, or into getting a place of your own. You're so young, and a kid would really mess up your life. Don't worry about your boyfriend. If he was thinking about college, he would have worn a condom. Do what you feel is best. Yes, having a child at your age is way more trouble than it's worth. Do you want to get an abortion? If you do, tell her $50,000 and she has a deal. Regardless of the money, you should most definitely have the abortion. I don't think you realize the lifetime struggle you are setting yourself up for. Do not think by keeping this baby he will stay with you. You guys are way too young to have a kid. Life changes a lot from high school till age 30. Personalities and desires change too. Who you are at 17 is not who you are at 30. Relationships fail and guys get tired of being weighed down by kids and they ditch you. A girl in my high school got pregnant at 15 and dropped out of school. I do not know if she ever finished high school. I do know her boyfriend is not with her currently. Maybe he was never involved from the start and she raised a kid on her own from age 15. She works in retail. Last time I saw her as a cashier at Bath and Body Works. Girl, yes. You're 17 and a baby is a lifelong commitment that is just too young to take on at 17. You don't even know all the things you'd be missing out on yet. I don't mean to sound pretentious, I just don't want you taking the wrong opportunity. $14,000 though, that's some serious adult life startup money that you'd probably be slaving away really hard at a job to make later. Just take the money, seriously, and get the abortion. You can make the conscious decision to have a child later. And who knows, maybe you'll even have money left over from this $14,000 payment to support your future kid. Take the money and run. Or stick around if you're happy with your boyfriend after the abortion. Maybe there'll be more money opportunities later. Loudly crying, loudly crying. What do you want? What does your boyfriend want? I think you should. Not only will having a kid ruin your boyfriend's life, but it will ruin yours as well. You're 17 and have your whole life ahead of you. I wouldn't accept the money as that's selfish too. I thought we could figure out what to do together. LMAU, you're 17. No, you can't figure out anything. What will the baby eat? Where will the baby sleep? Yep, I thought so. Now gimme that 300 karma for being tired of naive high school's girls. You should do what you want to do. I don't know what your views on abortion are, or if you want a kid, if you have future plans. If you're planning on going to college or having a career, a kid will put a massive wrench in the works. And I know it feels like dirty money, but $14,000 from someone who has what is probably the same interest as yours isn't a bad deal. Were I in your situation, I would accept her offer not just because of the money, but because I couldn't raise a kid properly at 17. I would also learn about and use contraceptives before ever having sex again. Ask for more money and get the abortion if you want to. My boyfriend's mother wants to give me $14,000 to have an abortion. Should I accept it? Let's see. Your choices are ruining your life and your BF's life when you can have all the fucking kids you want after you get out of college, or get a check for $14,000. Are you crazy, girl? Take the fucking money. Adding my 31F 2 cents. Imagine your future tied to this guy forever. After you break up, which statistically will happen. Now you have to co-parent with this guy and deal with his new girlfriend's wife in the future while he's got to deal with your future SOs. Also, kids are expensive. Who will watch your baby while you're at school, work, etc.? I'm in an area, no family around, and daycare is $347 a week through a facility. You can buy a Porsche for less than that. Although I don't want to encourage you having an abortion, you need to think of the realities. Do what's best for you. You will get a bunch of different answers here because everybody would make different choices in this situation depending on their own life and plans. Sit down and have a serious conversation about your options with both your boyfriend and your parents and then go from there. Get that abortion and make some bank. Don't ruin your future. Personally, I'd take the money, get the abortion, and use the rest for school. You don't need a baby at 17, you need to live your life, not throw it away for a child and man who doesn't love you. My boyfriend's mother didn't offer me money, but she did tell me to have an abortion. I did not. I was a little older than you. It's been 17 years and she's a phenomenal and loving grandmother and a dear friend of mine, even after the divorce, which is now ancient history. She was absolutely right that I shouldn't have had a child with her son though. Having a child at your age is very difficult, but ultimately it's your decision. $14,000 is really nice but not a good way to make a decision like this. Do you have family support? Can you seek some counseling? This is a very personal decision. Don't let Reddit decide for you. Less than 3. Yes, do it. It will fuck up your life. Start using protection and get the pill. She is trying to help. She doesn't want to fuck up her son's life too. Your body, your choice. You decide. Whatever you do, get rid of your boyfriend. This boy does not have your back. At the first challenge he ran to his mommy so she could fix it. Keep the baby, take the money, whatever you choose. Abort the boyfriend. Demand more money. Get the money first, then get the abortion. This is not a Reddit post decision, this is something you need to talk over with your boyfriend. You are only 17. At this point in your life, the baby would not only burden your boyfriend's life, but your own. I would have gotten an abortion without the monetary incentive, and I'm 24. Focus on what's important right now, which is not having children. Bargain with her. You could get a lot more money out of her. Rich people never say as much money as they would be willing to pay. I'm sure you could make it up to 50-75K. Make a counter offer. Ask for more. You have two options here. 1. Take the money, then have an abortion, break up with him and move on with your life. 2. Have the child, be prepared to be a single mother and either have no degree or be forced to work low-paying jobs. The grandparents will make your life miserable, that's a given, and the father will resent you because you ruined his life. At the end of the day the choice is yours, I am just trying to show you what it will look like. You should decide if you want a baby, but understand at your age it will be very difficult and can limit your life, and you need to consider it seriously. I would consider the abortion, but of course the choice is yours. If you do go through with it, getting the money out of it is an opportunity I wouldn't pass up, but before anything you need to honestly decide what you actually want with or without the money offer. You absolutely should. It's the smart choice, my friend. Absolutely not. You never accept the first offer. You counteroffer at least $50,000, and you assume your relationship will end. Frankly, unless your, also young, boyfriend is 100% behind raising the child, that's probably for the best of you aren't personally opposed. You need to do what is best for you. I got pregnant with my first straight out of HS. I don't regret for a second the decision to have her. However, it wasn't easy in any way. My mum lived in another part of the country. My partner's dad was great and let us live with him, but it was bloody hard. All our plans went on the back burner and we more or less settled into our new lives. Being mum while you're effectively still a child is hard. Before making a decision, consider every single thing: housing, work, uni, daycare, etc. Good luck. Baby would also be ruining your life. You're in high school. Take the money and use a condom next time. The smart decision is to have the abortion. She started going on about how he's in college and doesn't need a baby ruining his life. I mean, she has a point. You should take the money. You can do whatever you choose. However, having a child will essentially be you giving up anything you hope to do in the next 18 years besides raise a child. Your relationship will most likely cease to continue after a few years. You will have no social life. You will have a very difficult time establishing a career. You will not have time for school. You will not have time for friends. You will not have time for dating. Your main source of joy will be your child. You will have to live through that child, and hope that she can grow up and experience all the things you gave up for them. An abortion can be very difficult to follow through on. But I assure you, raising a child at the age of 17 is a much more difficult and possibly damaging thing to do. Child support for most women exceeds $200,000. The money she is offering is nowhere near enough. Even if killing a baby was something one would do for money, of course the suggestion is reprehensible. A baby will not ruin your life. Concentrate on having a good relationship with your boyfriend and being loyal to him, and you'll have a very good life ahead of you. If you are getting the abortion anyway, why not make money? But only get one because it's the best thing for you. Even if money isn't involved at your age, you should probably get an abortion. You have so much of life to experience, and being held back by a child is going to make it tough. So get the bag and save it for college. It's your decision, but I'm going to highly advise you get an abortion. Having a child at 17 is going to throw your life for a massive loop. Say goodbye to your future and your dreams. Say goodbye to free time. All that's on hold for an indefinite amount of time if you have a kid. That woman is going to be all up in your shit for the rest of your life if you end up having her grandchild. If she's loaded, she can make your life miserable. What the heck is wrong with everyone? Number one question is, do you want to have an abortion? You have to live with your choices just like everyone is saying, but no one is saying that money will come and go so quickly. But if you make that choice based on money and not based on you truly wanting to do it, you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your life. Do not factor in the money until you've decided to keep, abort, or put the baby up for adoption. I recommend telling your family and getting their input on things. Even without the offer, I think you should consider it. The only thing I'm scared about it is your boyfriend aware of what happened? Did he allow his mom to fix his problem? If he is aware, you should dump his ass. But since they're horrible people, you should ask for enough cash to cover a free ride for college. They can afford it. I'm creeped out by all of them. I don't trust your boyfriend. It really seems like he freaked out and went to mom. I'm suspecting he knows, and he is okay with this, but he's allowing mom to be the bad guy. Personally, I would bump it up to $50,000. You mentioned that they're wealthy, so I'm quite sure they'll consider $50,000. Should I accept her offer? Why would anyone on the internet tell you what you should do? No one can do that. You need to do what you feel you need to do. Do not let the opinions of others, especially on the internet, sway your decision. You're 17. You have your whole life ahead of you. Take the 14,000 and invest in your future. Have kids when you're in a place in your life that you can financially and emotionally support yourself and a child. My birth mother was extremely young when she got pregnant with me, and she was not in the physical location where she was able to have a safe abortion, so she put me up for adoption, but had she kept me, I would have been raised in poverty, in government housing, and on food stamps, with no chance of going to college. Because she didn't keep me, she and my younger sister were able to have a better life. Don't risk it.